Hey Scorpio, what's happening? What's crackalacking and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy from CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your October 15th through the 31st love tarot reading, okay? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below, and you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel, first link in the description, if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, dude, how you guys doing, man? We got some interesting influences going on during your month, and of course it's about to be your birthday, so happy birthday to the Scorpios out there, the early Scorpions, okay, the ones that are before November, but we do have some cool stuff. So Mercury in Scorpio, as you guys know, Mercury retrograde is ahead. On October 11th, Mercury goes into its pre-shadow period, which is pre-shadow retrograde, so we'll be feeling that mercurial energy, okay? Geminis and Virgos may be affected by this pretty heavily as well as you, Scorpio, but basically I would say for any of you guys, check your astrology, so check where your 8th house is, what your 8th house lies in, okay? Because Scorpio's 8th house energy, so wherever the placement is in your 8th house, where the planet is, check on that, see how that'll be affecting you, okay? And then you can have a better look of what's to come of Mercury retrograde for you guys this month. We also have Scorpio and Venus. That's going to be interesting as well. With Scorpio and Venus, there may be a lot of relationships of truth coming out where people, for example, if you feel like somebody is untrustworthy, those truths are going to come to light. Scorpio is an energy where you guys are very good at keeping things hidden, but when it's in retrograde or when we have Scorpio in certain positions and certain planets, it tends to be the illuminator, right? So Scorpio can be the dark, but it can also carry the light. It can bring the dark to the light. So with Scorpio and Venus, you may see some relationships, not necessarily you, Scorpio, but maybe friends around you, family around you, where truths are coming out, okay? If a mofo's been cheating, people are going to find out, things of that nature, okay? So be extra mindful with that. But then we got Mars and Libra. And Mars and Libra is important. With Mars and Libra right now, it's time to have the mediator of anger. It's time to kind of restore the balance in emotions. And a lot of people kind of associate Mercury retrograde with a very emotional time. But with Mercury retrograde, but with that Mars in Libra, I think it's really going to mellow people out. So I don't think it's going to be a crazy emotional roller coaster, especially like that last retrograde we had, Mercury in Leo. Fuck, man, that was intense. But I do feel like Mercury and Scorpio, on top of what Mars and Libra as a placement, it's going to help us be balanced. So I think it'll be a pretty decent retrograde, okay? Nothing too crazy so far. So with that being said, I'm sorry for rambling for so long. What messages do we have for my beautiful Scorpios, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout October 15th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio mid-month, please. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout October 15th through the 31st. And love, messages for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout October 15th through the 31st. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Scorpio, energy between you and another person. The Moon card can be connecting with a Pisces possibly, or a Cancerian. We have a Judgment card, we have a Five of Swords, and then we have an Emperor card, okay? So based off the current energies that I'm seeing here, you're definitely called to escape certain places in your environment. Some of you Scorpios may be feeling as if you're called to move to a different area. You may live in a certain area which you feel is very toxic, whether that is a family's home, or whether that is a certain area you live in, like talking about, like for example, let's just say you live in California, and you don't really like living in San Francisco. Maybe you feel like you want to move to Hollywood, or maybe you feel like you want to move to Sacramento, right? It's one of those energies where some of you guys may feel uncomfortable with your environment. Now, environment doesn't have to necessarily just be the physical. Environment can talk about vibrations that you're feeling, vibes that you're feeling towards people. So for some of you, your environment can be the physical place, or your environment could be the people that the people that you are surrounded by, whether it is in work, whether it is in relationships, whether it's in friendships. That kind of environment you want to isolate yourself from, okay? And the reason being is because of the Emperor. Feeling very unjust here. Feeling very much so that you have no power with whatever it is you're surrounded by. Feeling as if you have to submit to the actions of others, or you have to conform to something, and it almost feels like you don't want to conform to whatever this is that you are kind of around. So for some of you Scorpios, you hate your job, you got an asshole boss. Some of you Scorpios hate whoever this is, like possibly if you are in a certain, you got a shitty roommate, or maybe you got a family that's very toxic, or a friend who's very toxic. Super general messages here, but you guys get the gist. Whatever your surrounding is, you're really wanting to escape that. And Justice card, or Judgment card here, excuse me, you're really feeling called to leave, okay? Now, I don't know what other tarot readers associate the Judgment card with, I always associated it with Scorpio. So the way that I see it, this is your energy and you're feeling called to go somewhere new. You're feeling called to go somewhere where you can feel emotionally free, and I think that's genuinely one of the craziest or biggest messages here. You want to be very much so emotionally free and feel the good vibes. You're tired of kind of being in a place where your emotions have to be running deep, they have to be running so high. You just want to be in a place where it's like, can I take a deep breath, relax, meditate, chill? You feel me? So let's take a look here and see what's happening. So, of course, I'm going to go over whoever it is you're connecting with. I'm going to take a look at their feelings and energy towards you. Then I'm going to go over your feelings, Scorpio, and take a look at how everything is going on, how you feel towards this person, then where energies are aligning, and then the outcome for the second half of October, okay? Now, Scorpio, in regards to who you're connecting with, let's take a look at their energy here. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout October 15th through the 31st. How does the person Scorpio is dealing with feel towards Scorpio? Oh, excuse me, guys, gotta fix these cards. How does the person Scorpio is dealing with feel towards Scorpio, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout October 15th to the 31st. Scorpio, I'm feeling an energy where y'all are triggered. Just saying, be a little careful. Try to check your energy, baby. All right, let's look at this person. So, I can definitely see why there's a lot of triggering aspects here. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You may feel like you're in a place right now, Scorpio, where you are just angry. And maybe you feel like you're angry all the time and you're trying to really cap that emotion. Because the Moon card doesn't just have to represent being sad. The Moon card can represent being very angry, very frustrated, and carrying around a smug energy that you don't really want. And I think that you've been trying so hard to escape this smug energy, but it just tends to kind of keep following you. So, bear with me here, guys. I'm trying to pick up on the energy as accurately as possible, but there's just a lot coming in currently, so this reading's going to be a lot, okay? That's what I'm going to say here. So, in regards to who you're connecting with here, Queen of Swords to the Knight of Cups can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarian, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. With the person you're connecting with here, I feel very strongly that this energy is so hot and cold, it is so bipolar, that it's almost very hard for you to stay around it, okay? The person that you're dealing with can be the most cold person, the most cold individual, but at the same time, they can be the most loving person ever. And I think that that's where the toxicity tends to lie. In regards to the current energies I'm seeing, Two of Cups to the Ten of Wands. It's an energy where whoever you're dealing with will show you as much love as they possibly can and try to be very equal, but at the same time, they carry the burden. I feel like whoever this is you're dealing with, they don't inherently mean to be a bad person, but at the same time, they tend to lash out emotionally and project that back to you. And I think that that's where the problem lies with this person. Usually, the Emperor card can be represented as somebody who's narcissistic, or represented as somebody who is very much so egotistical, or very much so lives in a high ego. And most of the time, we'll call somebody a narcissist, but that's not their true actual nature. A narcissist is somebody who damn well does not care about anybody else but themselves. I feel like the person you're connecting with, granted they may be quite egotistical, I think that they have a good heart, but they don't know how to show it. It's like you're dealing with somebody who wants to change, but they don't know how to. And I think that that's where the struggle lies with the person you're dealing with. It's that they want to change, but they don't know how to. And I think that they're very burdened by their actions and the pain that they cause you. But at the same time, they continue to do it due to the emotional outburst of not knowing how to make things right. So whoever you're connecting with is actually doing more harm than good, but at the same time, they want to be the right person for you. They want to be a good person, but because of their frustrations of them trying so hard, they tend to kind of be in this space where they feel very much so burdened and very much so angry all the time, and they kind of project that outwards towards you. All right? Fuck. Some deep shit. In regards to how Scorpio feels towards this person, let's take a look. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout October 15th through the 31st. How do Scorpios feel towards the person they're dealing with? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout October 15th through the 31st. Whoever you're dealing with does care about you. I will say that. You got a Hermit card, a Page of Pentacles, okay, Strength, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Sun card. Okay, well, Scorpio, I was definitely picking that up in the pre-shuffle regardless, so that is a good energy for you. So, I should have said that in the beginning too, but Scorpio, what I am really seeing for a good majority of you this month is Scorpio's free, okay? Scorpio's free. Scorpio is doing what they want to do for them. Scorpio is pleasing themselves, and we don't give a fuck. We're not pleasing anybody else, especially as we're about to step into our light, especially as we're about to step into our season. Scorpio doesn't give a fuck. And that's a really good vibe to kind of be in right now, because I feel like you finally are doing things for you instead of having to take care of everybody else. You have to take care you have to take care of yourself. And it's important to have that self-care. And I think that you are such a caring person that you'll even keep yourself in situations that are inherently a little unhealthy just because you know that you have to take care of something. Now, that might not resonate to this reading in particular, but possibly another situation for you. But I just felt that it's not that you're keeping yourself in places that are toxic, but you tend to see the very good in people. Even if the people you are dealing with are absolutely treating you terribly, you tend to see the very much so good parts about them. And I think that that's what keeps you around, because you can tell when somebody's a good person and you can tell when somebody's inherently evil, like completely evil. You know the difference, and you see right through people because you're not only just very intuitive, but you are also very much so observant. Okay, you're very observant, and your observations tend to lead you to know a person and read a person before you even get in contact with them or have a conversation with them. You know, Scorps, you'll look at somebody and be like, I know their story, before you even have that conversation with them. Okay. Whew. Felt that energy of anxiety, but it was an interesting energy that came forward too. It's an energy of release, and I think you really much so are releasing anxiety this month. Based off what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, it's a breath of fresh air that's coming towards you. And even if you have so much going on, I just feel right now that you are kind of not necessarily ignoring everything that's going on in your life, but you're choosing to step yourself in the right direction and consider yourself first so that you reach your overall happiness. Fuck, man, we got a lot going on here, Scorps. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not confusing anybody, by the way. I know there's so many messages coming. I know I talk quickly. If you guys have to, go to the YouTube 3 dots and click at 0.75 speed if you want to slow me down, but that's just how I am, you know? Anyways, so let me get into your energy here, Scorp, okay? So, you got a Hermit card, and you got a Page of Pentacles. So, can be connecting with a Virgo, or possibly a Taurus Capricorn. With the Hermit card to the Page of Pentacles, it gets interesting, because this is exactly what I just talked about. How you feel towards this person is almost like such a love-hate relationship, because how you feel towards them is that you're there for them, but at the same time, you can't wait to escape them. You know, you see the good in whoever this person is you're connecting with, but they can be so frustrating that they push you away and they want you, or they almost feels like you want to stay away from them, but you continue to be there. And with the Strength card here, it's because you are strong, Leo energy, of course. And with the Queen of Wands, I feel like you're definitely not the kind of individual to keep their mouth shut either, Scorpio, okay? Someone pisses you off, you go and clap the fuck back, and as you should. So how you feel towards this person is that no matter how much they agitate me, I'm still finna put them in their place if I gotta put a motherfucker in their place. So you stand up for yourself. You know, you're not an individual right now who is very much so being abused by another person. You will not let nobody abuse you, Scorpio, because you know how to get that power, okay, and emotionally manipulate a motherfucker back. If somebody wants to test you, you gonna make them hurt. That's how Scorpios are. So I feel very strongly that you're very honest with the person you're dealing with. You know, when they're acting out, you tend to call people on their shit. But like I said, they're acting out for reasons. They got a lot of emotional stuff going on. But nonetheless, bringing it back to the main message of you this month, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Okay, now interestingly enough, 8 of Wands minus 6 is 2. So the 2 of Wands means you had to make a choice. Am I going to choose myself, or am I going to choose making other people happy? Like I said, this month, you're making yourself happy. And with that 9 of Cups, it shows. Because with the 9 of Cups energy being present right now, Scorpio, you're in a place where it's like, I'm going to fill my own cup before I fill the cup of others. I'm going to really go towards what it is my happiness is, and I'm going to ride that out while doing me and while being single and happy and finding that beautiful happiness inside of me. So, not to confuse everybody, I'm going to give you the situation based on what I see so far. So, whoever this is you're connecting with, whether this is your boyfriend or girlfriend, if this is a relationship, I think very much so, it's coming near an end. And if you're in a relationship, Scorpio, you are getting close to ending ties with a certain person, you'll still be there, right? Page of Pentacles means I'll still be a shoulder to cry on, I'll still be a friend. But all in all, you need or feel the urge to be single. So for some of you here, you're coming towards an ending of a relationship because you need to let that relationship go because it's becoming too much of a toxicity for you. Now, if this isn't a relationship such as a romantic one, this may be a friendship, this may be a family member. But whoever this person is that you are close to, because you guys are definitely close here, whoever this is that you're close to, you're letting them know that I'm not going to put up with your actions any longer. The way that you treat me sometimes can be so toxic and so negative that it makes me not want to be around you. And you're standing in that truth this month, and you're admitting that truth to this person. The way that they can act, not all the time, but a good majority of it, really pushes you away, really turns you off, and really makes you want to walk the other way. But this time it's different. You're not going to sit here and continue to take the shit that they give you. You're going to sit here and move forward. Like I said, Scorp, you may be there for this individual if they need you. But you're telling them how it is. You're telling them, look, I gotta focus on my happiness right now. I gotta wipe my ass, not yours. Just saying. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. And I think that's gonna help this person see the light. And I like that because I talked about it. Venus and Scorpio. The interesting thing about Scorpios is that you guys are the darkness, but you can bring the darkness to the light. And I think that you're going to be helping this person by showing them the light on how they've been acting. They're going to finally understand their actions. And by them understanding their actions, that's going to create a whole entire new beginning for the person you're dealing with. So definitely a pretty karmic situation here, but there's nothing wrong with karma, okay? Everyone thinks karma is terrible. The overall derivative, I don't know how to say that shit, whatever. The overall meaning of karma, let me not try to get so Gemini. I swear to God, that Gemini placement in me is always like, yo, say like a very nice word. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, okay? What is it, derogative? I don't fucking know. Anyways, the overall meaning of karma means action. And when we have actions, we have consequences. So this person's actions, you are going to be the teacher that shows them their consequences, okay? So it's working out well. I like it. In regards to where energies are aligning between Scorpio and this person, step forward, please. In regards to where energies are aligning between Scorpio and this person, okay? We got 3 cards. Hello. We got a Justice card. Hey, we got a 4 of Pentacles, a Justice card, a Knight of Pentacles, and a King of Cups. They're finally going to grow. They're going to mature. And you taught them that. Whether you're conscious of it or not, Scorpio, by you finally doing things for you, doing things for yourself, following your own inner light and happiness, you are setting a good example and you are being a role model to this person on changing their life and getting their shit together and fixing their life. 4 of Pentacles, Justice card, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups. It's going to be a little bit of a slow process, but there is justice in the situation. And the justice that lies in this situation, Scorpio, is that you are finally going to be emotionally free the moment you let go of the burden of taking care of everybody else minus yourself. So you really are stepping into emotional freeness this month. And the person you're dealing with, as you decide to no longer care for them the way you once did, granted, I don't see a total break here. I don't see a total split. I don't see you dumping this person out of your life, although you could. The person you're dealing with is going to finally get it. They're going to get how they've been. And you're taught them that. You know, you really did. That's beautiful. They're going to mature. It's going to be slow, Scorpio, but you're going to see the person here mature, whoever you're dealing with. I feel an energy in the next couple of months. They're going to definitely come with an apology. It's going to take them some time, but I do see an apology coming here. It may even happen in October, but I am seeing an apology here, and not a bullshit one, not like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about an apology with a list, okay? A list, being truly sorry. And the difference between saying I'm sorry and then saying I'm sorry and actually changing your actions is different. I'm talking about changing your actions. So a true apology will be coming soon. Okay? As for the overall outcome between you and the person you're dealing with, let's take a look here, Scorp. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout October 15th through the 31st. What is the overall outcome between Scorpio and the person they're dealing with? Okay? 4 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. Beautiful. In regards to this energy, like I said, you're not going to put up with them no more. You're going to allow them to see their own truth. You're going to allow them to see the light by choosing your life. You know, Scorps, King of Wands here. And it was time for you to look at your new beginning. Because the King of Wands is looking at an Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It's time for you to finally choose that. And you're looking at it. You're considering it. You're holding it. You're taking it. This is you taking that new beginning. 4 of Cups here. Wheel of Fortune. I can't keep myself in situations or environments that are unhealthy for me. I have to continue to live my life in my best image and live my best life. No matter if it hurts other people, I gotta live in my happiness. And believe it or not, whether it hurts this person, Scorpio, you're teaching them a beautiful lesson, you're helping this individual grow, and things are really moving forward here. And I like that, okay? Now, I will say here, if this is a romantic relationship, it's most likely ending in a breakup. This is a karmic cycle coming to completion. You're going to step into probably new relationships moving ahead, as is the person you're dealing with. If this is family, you're family. You're probably going to see this mofo again, okay? If this is friendship, in the next couple months, it'll heal. It'll be reconciliation-wise. You guys will come back to each other. But even if it is a romantic relationship, you might be friendly with them down the road. Just saying. Either way, though, Scorpio, you're teaching them a beautiful lesson, and I like that. I like that a lot, okay? Nonetheless, happy early birthday, Scorpios. I really hope this reading resonated with you. I hope that it could help you guys in any sort of sense. I hope that you can understand that, if some of you are feeling guilty about really choosing yourself. Don't. You are helping more than you know, so don't ever feel guilty for choosing yourself. And like I said, I hope it really resonates, guys, okay? Happy early I can't speak today. Happy early birthday, Scorps. I love you guys so much. Guys, take care. Have a fantastic and amazing day. And I will catch you guys for your November 2019 readings. All right? Peace.